Hello, everybody. My name is Gary, and I'm here to kind of help you out with some things in life. Been through some things myself, so I have a few shortcuts, and some of the things that has been very confusing to me. I done a lot of research so I can find out the best way of getting the truth about uh, from work to finances, um, stock market, inventing things. A lot of things came across my path, and I finally got to the point where I was trying to get to. Uh, have a little story. When I was a kid in high school, we had summer jobs in New York City, and uh, well, a few of us had signed up, and we didn't have a job to go to. They was all taken up when we got out there to the registration place. So they took a few of us out to the Catholic school. And we went out to this Catholic school. They just started finding stuff for us to do, from cleaning up. Uh, and we also had to go to the auditorium, and we had to tear up the seats. They had a big auditorium, and we had to tear the the studs up out of the floor and take those chairs down, which was made out of cast iron, very heavy. A very rough situation. I was only 17 years old, so it was just another day. So they had another task, and that's carrying a carpet for the auditorium, which was, it was very, very heavy. So I don't even know how heavy it was, but it was a bunch of us carrying it in to auditorium to be installed. Well, another thing they did, they created another job for us. Remember, there was no job, so they were creating stuff. The other one was cleaning up the outside area, which was humongous, the gated in area. And we had a break one day, and we had some very important people that was came to kind of talk or mentor us. And I saw one guy with a newspaper open back then. Back then, the only way you done stocks was on by mailing and stuff. So, and the only way you kept up with it was the newspaper. And what happened was, I saw this guy and I asked him what he was doing, and he told me he was doing stock market. That intrigued me. I said, "What, stock market? Or how do you do that?" So when he told me that, it just went right over my head. Well, we couldn't use a cell phone back then, or the internet. There was no such thing as that. I guess it just wasn't my time. So when I start doing work on my own, I started doing repairs and stuff like that. But I learned something at that Catholic school. And the guy said, "Yeah, I know this job is hard. I know everything we gave you is for grown men." He said, "This may not be what you want to do in life." He said, "But and the good thing about that, now you know you don't want to do this in life. So get your education and do like the people do to make money." And so I equated that with, basically my own business or stock market or whatever. So uh, always in the back of my mind, since I was 17 years old, I was thinking about the stock market. And I really started learning about it about 18 years ago. So I dabbled, and I'll drop some names. My teacher was Terry Harris, and it was a company called Networkers 2000. I still have some of my identification from being with him on learning how to make money with the stock market. I learned a lot of things that most people would just back up from because they're scared of the stock market. Further on, I kept learning about it, and I found out that this is a business because once you get your stockbrokers site, then what happens is, your stockbroker's account, then you will get a 1099 telling you how much money you made in that situation. So you can also use it as tax write-off. And it's being a home-based business, there's over 400 deductions you can use for the stock market. And if you lose from the stock market, you can write a lot of things off that you wasn't able to write off. So I'm not telling you that to tell you that you're going to lose money, but there are strategies now that you can do with your cell phone, with your computer, any kind of device that gets on the internet. You can use that to make money consistently. And the other myth that's up is the stock market is too expensive for me to get involved with. Well, every year I start out with a different strategy to see if it's possible. This year is something I never did before. I started off with $50 in my account, and I used the strategies from the year before to see if it would work. So when I went into the stock market, I was able to take $50 and I turned it into $200 in that same day. I said, wow, this is something that everybody need to know about. So that's why I'm so excited and about the stock options, because I can share this with the average individual. As long as you're 18 years of age and you have a bank account, you can even just get a bank account just for the stocks for your business. So once I found this out, I said, I got to tell everybody about it. And it's so hard for me not to share because I have chose to retire with my stock market because I'm averaging my returns are a whole lot higher because I've educated myself. Most people that you talk to, they'll say, well, I got a 10% increase on my money in the stock market, or I've gotten 19%, and that's fine, but I'm starting to average 300 and 400%. If you think about it, when I went in I had $50 in the account. I only put $41 in and moved it from from $41 to $200. I didn't take dividends then, but I let it come down, and when it hit 166, because remember I'm practicing 166, I went on and cashed out. All right, so it's just that simple. And these strategies, I tell you, it'd be just as simple for you. And some other things I have done with that is I've actually um, started to compound. When you compounding, you take what you make and you put it back in. Okay, so and then you trade with that money, and then over and over again, you'll find out that you'll have a lot of money to make a lot of money with. And I'll tell you more about that in our training, and it's going to be just so simple to go in and make. This day you make, let's say you just make $100, and if you don't take it out, um, and let's say you do this for a whole week, you keep compounding your interest instead of taking it out, you'll have enough money to do whatever you want to do. and we had to put some brakes on it. Said now, for they asked you, when do you take money out? When do you take money out? I said, what you do every week, you treat it like you paying yourself, which that's what you do. Pay yourself every week with this, and that's when you take money out every week. So the beautiful thing about it, once you have gotten whatever you have put in there out, you no longer can lose. I mean, you've gotten your principal that you invested. So now you can go flat out with your own techniques and skills and create different ways of making thousands of dollars. My goal is to be able to get 100,000 shares at any given time. Now, what does that mean? When you get to 100,000 shares capability, just go in there and say, okay, I'm going to buy 100,000 shares on the S&P. And you find out that you could buy 100,000 shares for $35 a share. And when it moves 1 penny, that's $1,000 that drops into your account. If it moves 5 pennies, that's $5,000 that drops into your account. If it moves $1, that's $100,000. So this is the program that I'm putting up, and so people can understand how this works. And then they'll get a 1099 stating how much money they made. And if you don't make any money, then you haven't been listening to what I said. Okay? So, and if you hadn't listened to what I said, you can also write that off on your taxes, and they'll compensate you for that. Now, I said all that to say this, because people are wondering, how can I get involved with it? And I have a link so everybody can get involved in it. And you'll see it in the description area in this video. You click on it, you can sign up, and I'm also putting it where it's not expensive for you to come in and learn how to do it. And it's not a long, drawn out thing either. It's not a 1 year subscription that you have to learn this thing. You should be able to trade within 1 month with this program. And what happens, you're going to think I'm crazy. You're going to think it's not worth anything because it's so cheap. I write my own software, and I wanted the software to be able to be real simple. And I put the video training in there. I have a PDF file that you can take some of the literature off, and we also come together and have fun. We rent a hotel and we have fun, and you'll be there with a bunch of people being able to trade and talk about how you're making this money and see how the different strategies are going. I put several strategies in the back for you also. So if you want to opt out after 1 month, it's up to you. But the reason why I wouldn't opt out, because if you tell somebody else how simple this is and you bring them to your link, now you get paid for that. I set it all up so everybody's compensated. That means if you're making money consistently with your little $25 to $20 subscription, you take those profits and you put it into your account. You always want to feed your account. It's just like a car. Just because it run out of gas, you don't leave it on the highway. This is the vehicle for you to make money for the rest of your life. Once you get this down pat, you teach somebody in your family how to do option trading. I don't go all into teaching you how to do the stocks. I don't teach you how to do futures. I teach you how to do puts and calls. That means a call, you make money going up, and a put, you make money going down. So you call them up and you put them down. And this is what we put here for the average individual that does not know that this system exists. You can go in and you can secure a stock that costs $280 a share for less than a dollar, 35 cents, 45 cents per share that you control, because we do not buy stock. We use it until expiration. When it expires, we give it back. Just like when you rent a car, uh, the car is 36,000, 26,000, or whatever they pay for it, depending on what you're getting. Your contract tells you how much you have to pay for that. So you let them know what your option is. You're going to rent it for a week, or you're going to rent it for a day or a month. See, when that contract run out, then whatever you had to do should be done. And in this case, whatever we need to do should be done. And we make money with money. So we rent our stocks. We do not buy the stocks. And I'll make this so simple that you just can't miss. Okay? So there's a strategy now that I picked up that don't miss. It does not miss. And so you go to the link and you sign up. And I'll show you how you can make anywhere from $100 a day. If you compound it, then you can make $300 a day. And then the next time you compound it, you end up making $3,000 a day. So it's hard to say how you get paid with the stock market. It's a totally different industry. And you'll learn more and more as you stay involved and keep trading. I'll go on with you on your first uh, trade if you want me to. Now, when you sign up, we're using E-Trade. So you can go to etrade.com and get you an account. And there's a button that gives someone else permission to trade in your account with you. Okay? So if you feel like you want to do that, always check yes on that. That way someone can help you. Some of the guys and girls that I've trained can actually come in and help you with your training, and it'll be all legal. We won't be trading securities for you. It'll all be legal. So you'll have all the support you need as for long as you need it. And it only costs $20 a month. Now, when you sign up and do your $20 a month, you also get commissions. And I'll have that commission platform spelled out to you also. So, like I said, you take that money, make it where you can eventually hem up 100,000 shares at one time. Okay? Einstein said the most powerful force in the universe is compounding interest. Now, the only way you're going to be able to compound interest, you have to be in a compounding interest machine, which is the stock market. It's like doubling a penny every day. You will never be able to do that to the full extent with your money. But with the stock market, you can more than do that. So believe me, take my advice, go ahead and sign up, and we'll take you through this thing. So you'll be making money with the stock market, and also the people that you invite as they learn how to deal with the stock market. All right, guys. Oh, I'm going to show, well, no, we'll just keep that clean. I got another video I'm going to show you. Once you sign up with this program, I'm going to show you how you could take your affiliate link and get it all over the world. Okay? And see, that's more than worth the $20 a month, along with your training and mentorship. Okay, we're gonna have a good time with this. I can see us all just going out and having a good time, buying what you need to buy, living where you need to live. Because when you have your stock option trading going on, you can take that anywhere in the world. Okay, and you don't have to be in a crowd to do stocks. Okay, this is Gary talking to you live from my living room after my hard day's work of trading online. We'll talk to you soon.